Yes, good evening, world. This is I, Jaboni, the runaway slave, and them case again, chronicling my story. Today, I see in the newspaper where we have lost a real icon. In the Gleaner today, I think on the sports section, it said, from Bob Marley to Reggae Boys, Pee Wee treated them all. Tribute pour in as Rastafari and Doctor died in Florida. Yes, R.I.P. Dr. Pee Wee. And R.I.P. Dr. Pee Wee. And condolence goes out to Dr. Pee Wee family, especially Sister Lynn, better known to the world as Marcia Griffith. My condolence to you, my sister. You know why I'm paying that special condolence to you and Dr. Pee Wee in respect of Dr. Pee Wee passing. So, I'm going to tell you a different story today. I don't know if it is too early to tell this story. But the headline said, from Bob Marley to Reggae Boys, Pee Wee treat them all. Tribute pour in as Rastafarian doctor died in Florida. I read the article, so I'm not going to read the article here. But I take note to this article because the headline said, tribute pouring pour out for Rastafarian doctor. And throughout the whole article, they make a little mention of Bob Marley. And the whole mention is of Reggae Boys. Now, I keep telling you all that you have to be very careful how them tell our story. Because here it is now, at the last paragraph of this article, it said, I knew that Pee Wee was ill because every month he would tell me the color for that month from Joseph coat of many color. I do not get one for November. I think they have updated the article from the last time I read it, which was 2 hours ago. But when I read the article 2 hours ago, the article state one thing, and that's where I was gonna take my talking point from, because the article does not tell you much about Pee Wee. It only tell you, they close off by saying he was the first Rastafarian doctor. Well, I'm here now to tell the world that Dr. Pee Wee was a real icon and a real doctor to the Rastafari movement. So here me I got telling you now. I told you before that we build this movement. I told you before. And I told you all that the elders them took a generation of us and program us and send us out to hold down the ground wherever we move. Right. A lot of people is silent now, like, what Bunny I talk about? Well, now, I'm going to tell you now that wherever I go, before I got taken out, wherever I go, Dr. Pee Wee was our doctor where vanguards, whichever country we're in, we never have to go and interact with that country medical system, because we were the real movement where when artists go on tour, when Rasta artists go on tour, they would have take Dr. Pee Wee with them on tour. Whichever country Dr. Pee Wee drop in, whether America, England, Canada, Europe, wherever we have vanguards, in the article, the writer said Dr. Pee Wee would be treating people also that affiliated with the hotel. Meaning that whoever write this article didn't know what was going on. Over the years, Dr. Pee Wee would have treated Gaboni, Dr. Pee Wee, when him come on tour, I would be always going to wherever hotel the band is, and I would go, get my regular checkup, get my prescription, and all these things. So that's our doctor that passed away. A lot of Vanguard today will feel it, because those of us that still remain in the field and not interacting with Babylon doctor, we have lost our doctor, Dr. Pee Wee. Again, that's a big loss to the movement. A youth by the name of soon tell you the youth name. Actually tell I that he's there and he's following the story and he's taking notes and he's looking Black Star Eye. A youth by the name of Black Star Eye. He's actually taking notes and he's reading between the line and he's actually preparing for action. I'm going to tell this youth now, publicly, stand down. And the reason why I'm going to tell you stand down, my youth, is that don't make the whole nigga come program you today for do anything. There's no movement out there today. There's no movement. You will have to create your own movement now, my youth, by going into your faculty and come up with a new faculty to free us. I don't expect no youth to pick up off an eye, Jaboni. No. I have 11 youth and I am not programming none of my youth to come pick up this movement. I am not. And I'm telling the world publicly, I'm not. The reason why I'm not doing that is that I was programmed by all these elders that turn out and sell I out. An abandoned I. And I don't want no youth to even go through a tenth of what I went through. So, let me tell you now one of the beware of, yeah? Not because you hear I speak. It's my story me I tell you now. And I'm telling you my story because I've been through it. So I tell you that I, Jaboni, was programmed from a little youth and was sent out by all the elders to manifest works wherever works is to be manifest. I, Jaboni, and others had took the debt before this and a vow. We took that vow. Meaning that the vow consists of planner tell us is draw a gun, fire. Simple. That's the only thing them respect and recognize. Draw a gun, fire. Now, the draw a gun, fire culture have gone from the movement. Now, the youths them there in Jamaica and all over the world is drawing gun and fire on each other. In our time, we had drawn the line where it was us and them. You will have to work out now who is them and who is us. And don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you. Now, I'm not going to make this one long. I'm just going to tell you what they did and who the movement. There is a few Rasta elders. First of all, I told you that I did ask a question in one of the blog. Why did you think they take planner from Scotch Part to the UWIA? They took planner from Scotch Part because prior to planner going to UWIA, Rasta was a like open door policy where every country would send anthropologists to Jamaica and they would come down there loosely, find a beard up man and a long hair man, give him a couple dollars and interview him, take picture with him, then go back to them faculty, write book, write up notes paper and say, this is what Rasta is. So this have been a part of the culture, the eater food culture where man does eat food. Old man eat food that tell all kind of anansi story upon the movement. Can't pay lie them tell upon the movement. Yeah. And I know some boys still tell lie upon the movement. Hence you find the youth them come down and do them one thing because that eater food culture start from the elders them. So let me tell you what they did. You have Dr. Carol Yarney, Dr. John Omiok from Smithsonian, and you have Elliot Leb from UCLA in California. Dr. Yarney was the first one to penetrate the Rastafari movement back in the early 70s by going to 6th Street, go sit down with planner, lick chalice, take picture, put it in a book. For sure say, Rasta now was not prejudice. Because prior to that, the man named Simpson had put out that we were anti-white. So it seemed Rasta they take upon themselves a program to dispel that lie. And in dispelling that lie, Brother Comey allow Carol to come sit down with him for 9 months, lick chalice, eat ital food, and do her research, get her degree, and she become the first real anthropologist that get her degree after studying Rasta. Now, fast forward. Throughout the Rasta case, at one stage, we had tried to bring planner for the trial, and the prosecution or the defense, the defense team notified the court that planner was a subversive person and he have been on the ban list, people of ban list, not to enter the US from 1964 because of his connection to Malcolm X. Now, when they object to bringing Dr. Planner as the expert, then they try was to use Carol Yarney to replace Dr. Planner, and we objected. And the court went for a secondment and decided that Jaboni would be the expert. Hence, I'm here now speaking as an expert to the world. You can't change that, you can't do nothing about that. That's the record. Now, after the trial, the court ruled that they were supposed to facilitate Rastafari like how they facilitate the Muslim or the Jewish practitioner. So they went on a campaign again because they want now outside sponsor. So we call in Dr. Dread from the Bronx, Sister Desta. At the time, Kodra Brown was an official business in the US, and he came in also as a part of that delegation to consult with I to find out how to go forward with sponsorship. Prior to that, Barack Comey sent Bongo Arta to come visit I at Attica, debrief I, and collect some dossier. So the Council of Rasta have always known about the prisoner's struggle. After the case, a delegation of Rasta under a program called the Rainbow Circle Throne. The Rainbow Circle Throne room after Rastafari, a delegation of 17 Rasta elders. Bongo Watto, Bongo Pido, Bongo Bigger, Sam Brown, historian, you name it. Including Muta Baruka. The coordinator on the ground was Bongo Miguel. So all these people knew about the prisoners. This delegation of elders came on a mission, and the mission was called the Rainbow Circle Throne. Listen to the name. Rainbow Circle Throne. This delegation of Rasta, they came to the United States, but them never come deal with a prisoner. They went to Harvard, the Smithsonian, Museum of America, and all these places, meeting with all these white people, because now they came for us. We opened the door for them to come. Sam Brown is who was the political leader of the delegation. Sam Brown, they wake up one morning and Sam Brown declared that he had no money. And when they went to a prison in Baltimore, and you know, to enter any prison in the state, you have to empty your pocket and all these things. And when Sam Brown was asked to empty his pocket, he had over 10,000 US dollar in his pocket. Yet that morning, he told all the brethren he didn't have any money. Not even breakfast, and buy the brethren them. I'm telling you, young people, now, no make no whole fool come program on no, about no unity. Because for them, unity is going to fat up them pocket. So don't be surprised now that you see 3/4 of the youth them now is only money them are run down now. Because there's nothing else to fight for. The struggle is over. Yeah, the struggle is over. The elder them sell out the struggle. That's what the elder them do. And I think on that note, I don't want to say no more right now because Dr. P just gone, and like me say, I'm a bit sad because just look how them even talk about Dr. Pee Wee. If I wasn't talking right now, what would happen to I when my time come? When my time come, I would just, a next man just dead. And most people would have just talk about, because I know this is not try stop for shame me, I talk about, Bunny, you want criminal, you want thief. Yes, I keep on telling you, yes, I'm all that and more. Because on the mission, me have ready for running a bank. Yeah, running a bank and stick it up door move. Yeah, me have art for do things like that. Me have to see some boy and make them stand up, stand down. So, like me telling already, say, pay a coward a join Rasta now. Pay a coward. And pay a clown. When you come join Rasta, you know, me tell you something. Me is a man where from 1976 till me go to prison and come out. Every year, me put myself on tour. You have to know that. Every year, I go up on tour. And when I go up on tour, I watch where I go on. Me, because of me, because I tell you, say me dep on Babylon by bus, I tell you, say me dep on legalize the tour, and I tour with practically all the icon them. Because of my position, when I put myself on tour, a VIP treatment, them even treat me better than how them treat the artists them. White people treat me better than how them treat the artists them. On enough tour. And what I notice, because me have access to all access pass. Me have all access pass to go everywhere in a venue. What I noted and what I see is how these little young artists put themselves back on the plantation. Because what I notice is that back in the days, we tell them how it figure. Yeah? Chris Blackwell take the whole of Lee Scratch Perry tap tune them and get people to overdub them. So most of Bob hit tune them is Lee Scratch Perry tune where Chris Blackwell openly tell you say all me did was overdub them. The point I'm making is that because everybody start run down this Bob Marley dream, everybody end up a overdub, overlay, and make white people start tell them how it figure. So when you see our music gone, where it gone that way because nobody now initiate nothing again. Everybody a run down the dollar, and because them a run down the dollar, them allow them to tell us how it should be. So them tell us to stop sing about struggle, stop sing about reality, start sing about under woman, start sing about them use us to promote gayism, lesbianism. The lesbian and the gay, the bottom man them, never promote themselves for that. And we promote them. We promote them. And when I say we talking about us. Yeah, we promote them. Freely to the point now where them I tell us what to do. Recently in the news, I say, una jump on Spice because Spice decides that she's going to work with them. But why jump on Spice when everybody else I work with them? I am here to tell you, everybody else I work with them. I just telling myself I go on tour. I put myself on tour every year prior to COVID. And I see we're going to Europe. Everybody, name them. You know, the last time I did on tour with Chronics and him Ban and the whole of them, I was surprised. Who was managing Chronic? A little white boy and a little white girl from Australia. They can't be more than 25 years old. Them was the one who was managing. And what I saw that day, I was shocked. Chronics, I noticed Chronics was coming from tour for America. And when Chronic done do him show in America in a Madison Square Garden, he go sit down, hug up Mick Jagger, hug up Boy George and all these punks. Come watch him and hug them up. And in Belgium, when him finished perform a Gale and come off of the stage, backstage was a lot of black people backstage. I know that little punk though. Run go lock up in the tour bus. Yeah. I'm confronting about it. I said, wait, Virgin, how you know meet and greet and you know mingle with the people here now. This is your people, you know. And you know mingle with them. But I notice in a Madison Square Garden, boy George, Elton Johnson, all them boy there, you hug up with them and pose with them in picture. Like I said, the struggle is not real anymore. There's no movement. And next thing what I want to address, and I just want to address that lightly, all the foundation elders of the Rastafari movement once practiced Pokomina. Yeah, I don't need to know that. So for example, Leonard Percival and all of the movements start under church banner. Every aspect of the Rastafari movement was church and Bible related. This is why we can't go nowhere, because people are differentiate themselves now, because there was no real revolution movement. It's a talk movement. And young youth like myself and my team took it upon ourselves, because you have to remember that throughout the late 60s, throughout the 70s, was the black liberation struggle. Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. When the liberation struggle is real, it was fun to run up into establishment. You see, people don't call me criminal and people call me all kind of thing, but me not respond, because me remember when it was fun to run up in a bank or run up in any establishment and tell the whole place, put them hand up in the air and back up the money for the movement. Yeah, so now most boy a clown themselves out for money. Some a do that feat, some a do that feat. But me talk the way me talk, because I tell already say everything what me get. Yeah. At this, give me what me get. Everything. See? Don't move. Hands up in the air. Me take it Christopher Columbus style. So, when you can't go and talk about me a thief or me a criminal, me don't know.